G'day, it's Chris Dufay, and this is part 3 in the series that is the 0 to 6 figure personal trainer. Now, in video 1, we covered manual prospecting, how you're actually going to be able to start attracting in the exact right type of clients that you want to be working with and having them ready to pay a premium so you're able to charge what you're worth. In video 2, we covered actually what is the process that you can trust that's going to be signing 8, 9 out of 10 clients each and every time. And in this episode, because I get asked all too often and I wanted to go deep, I want to give you the steps for you to be able to follow as of today. This is about how do you grow a personal training business that has you earning over $100,000, so that it takes away the confusion, has you actually attracting in clients so you're never having to chase them again. But most importantly as well, you're earning over $100,000, but you have more freedom. This isn't just about trying to do more one-on-one personal training. This is about actually having a business that grows without you having to sell your most precious asset, and that's your time. So let's firstly look at why the old personal training model just flat out sucks. And that's because it's in the time for money trap. It's the quote from Tony Robbins that I put on my book. Don't sell your time for money. It's the worst trade in the world. And this is where the big problem is with you selling your time. There's only a certain number of clients that you can see in a day. There's only a certain number of money that you can really earn from the clients that you see as well. So what we want to be able to do, and if you do this the right way, and if you flip this around, for what I want to show you in this episode is we're going to be able to create a business that is limitless, which gives you not just going from, say, training one-on-one right now with people, for you going training from one to many, you can impact thousands, tens of thousands of people. But importantly, this means that you're going to be able to create a business that gives you freedom as well, because it means you're not stuck just having to train someone face-to-face in a gym each and every day. Because I know I was stuck in this place. I went from coaching clients from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, 6 days a week, not having any time off. Like, from the outside perspective, I had a successful personal training business. I was fully booked. I was charging a premium, but I didn't have any impact. I wanted to live and travel around the world. I wanted to spend more time with my family. I wanted to spend more time not having to stress and be stuck in the business. And well, this is where the breaking point happened for me, and I had to go through big changes. And this is where I want to walk you through these for what you can be able to do so you can avoid all the mistakes that I made, and we can fast track this for you. So let's think about this. Let's think about going from where you are right now and going to Personal Trainer 2.0, the new, improved, the upgraded way, so you're able to have a business that gives you more freedom, gives you more impact, and gives you the income that you really want as well. And the first thing that we need to think about this is, what's your model? What's the actual model of your business that you're going to be doing? What are you actually selling at the end of the day? So firstly, let's talk about model. What is your business actually selling? What are you actually giving? And how are you actually delivering results to your clients? Because when we actually sit down and we piece together what is your flagship program, what's going to be this main program that you are just so proud of, that you know gets the best results with your clients, we need to be able to program and create this around 3 big boxes that we need to tick. It is, do we get the best results for your clients? Are you giving your clients what they need when they need it in the way that they want to be able to consume it? And I'll go in just a second how we can start to use technology to actually make this so much easier and get you out of having to manually do it the whole time. We also want to minimize the time that you're actually doing everything, because if you just get a client, you have to sit down, you have to write everything up from scratch each and every time. There's a lot of time wasted with you being able to do that. And the third big box we want to tick is, does it maximize profits? So do we get the best results with your clients? Do we minimize the time of you manually putting in, and we are maximizing your profits so your business continually grows? So this is now when we can start to sit down and put together what is your flagship program going to be. Firstly, thinking about what is the actual big problems that your market is having, and what do you need to be able to give them. Because let's say, for instance, you've got a 16-week body transformation program. Do you want to give them all the meal plans, diets, protocols, everything all at once? That could be a little bit too much, too upfront, and it could be too overwhelming from them. It could be smarter if we set something up where you drip feed the information out. It could be every week you give them small snippets to be able to be much easier for them to actually adhere to the plan and therefore get results. And this is where we can use technology. You can use emails to drip feed out as the weeks go by. This is where we could set up a membership site as well. Just like the example that I gave with Aaron, where he's gone from $300 a month to over $20,000 a month. And the process that this has gone through with what you're going to be able to do. So I want to share this with you so you can get a good idea of the steps that you can take from today. Because say with Aaron, it was first. Let's fill up and get booked out with your face-to-face personal training. Let's bring on multiple trainers and then get them to use the exact same systems and process we use to get you filled up to get them filled up as well. Then we can start bringing on online personal training clients. The programs, the systems on which you use to get results with your face-to-face clients, we can now package that up into a way where you can coach people all around the world, and you can be anywhere in the world to be able to coach them as well. But then once we've gone through that process, the fourth step is creating a membership site. Creating something where obviously if someone needs something a little bit cheaper, if someone isn't going to be paying $1,000 a month for your high-end online personal training, maybe you create a membership site that is going to be, say, let's call it $100 a month. It could be whatever it is, the value that you want to be giving, but it means it gives you scalability, it gives you leverage. You can not just have 30 clients, you could have 3,000 clients, 30,000 clients signing on board this. And this is because you've been able to structure it in the way to make this happen. Now, I know a lot of trainers and coaches right now, and this could be you, could be thinking, okay, there's a lot of tech stuff to overcome. Don't worry about that. Especially in the Pro Circle, what we actually do is I give all my clients the actual ClickFunnels sales pages. I give them the email templates. I give them the actual pages for them to use on that web stuff. So that stuff's taken away. Don't worry about that. And this is where it's really important. So many people get caught up in the tactics. They might see someone that they go, right, they're running a really successful business, or they think that they're running a really successful business, and they try and copy all the tactics that they're doing, but then it doesn't work for them and they're confused as to why. And this is where we need to understand the strategy behind it. So if we're able to understand what are the problems that your market is having right now, what is the best things that they need to be able to give. Remember, they're in a problem right now. They want to be able to get a result. What's the process that you need to take them through? And simply all you need to do right now is walk through those steps. What is that process that they need to follow? Now, this is really importantly where we need to go through the transition period. It's time for you to go from where you are right now to Personal Trainer 2.0, to your ultimate fitness business. And we start with answering a few simple but very powerful questions. And that is, do you want to be local? Do you want to be national? Or do you want to be global? Then from knowing that, we know what is going to be the best fit. Then, do you want to be low price or do you want to be high price? And then it's, do you want to be face-to-face or do you want to be online? Once we go through those three topics, we can then start to piece together what is going to be the best model to suit you to create the business that is what you really want. Now, really importantly, this is where we go through list, launch, leverage. So looking at what's your list, what's your following that you have right now, and don't be worried if you're just starting out from scratch, because there's been a lot of coaches and trainers that have gone through from the scratch and running really successful businesses right now. But we can all tap into a small list, even being able to tap into people that are friends, family, the network that we're going to be able to go through. Then we need to look at launch. What's the actual launch process that we need to use? We usually use a four-step launch process that's really going to be designed around what's the main piece of content you want to drive to, how do you build relations to them, what's the offer that you're going to drive them to, and how do you make sure people are signing on board. Then the next is leverage. Once we go through the list, we've got the following, we can use people to tap into as of today. The next thing is going through that launch process, making sure we get that launch process to the people in that following that we've got, and then we can leverage it. This is then we can transition that first program and we can create a program that can be used over and over. It can go from something that was one-on-one that you might be doing now to one-to-many. So far in this series, we've covered how are you going to attract the exact right type of clients that you want to be working with, but having them ready to pay a premium so you can charge what you're worth. We've then covered what's the simple process that you can have set up so you can get someone from interested in working with you to sign on board as your clients and not having any more of that fuss. And then we've gone through the transition period, taking you from where you are right now to where you really want to go, that Personal Trainer 2.0, that ultimate fitness business that you really want. Now, if this really resonated with you, if you vibed with this and you want to go to a business that you're able to have more freedom, you can have more impact and you can earn the money that you want as well, then the best next step is for you to click the link below and to reserve your spot for our quick 10-minute call. On this quick 10-minute call that we can have, we're going to go through what is the exact steps that you need to be able to go through from where you are to your ultimate fitness business, because this can't be cookie cutter at the end of the day. And once you have that total clarity on knowing knowing exactly what it is that you need to be able to follow through, it's really easy for you to actually follow that as well. Now, there is one catch. There is only one of me, and I can only open up a certain number of these spots. So don't twiddle your thumbs, don't sit on your hands, book your time right now for us to have this quick 10-minute call, and we're going to be able to go through exactly what you're going to need to be able to follow through with.